My first year of graduate school, I became very interested in this question of the impact of people's hopes for the future on their lives. The dynamics by which you see yourself as having the ability to actively transform your future, or if you are resigning yourself to a future that seems already made, that you have no impact upon. The capacity to project into the future is an essential component of our agency as human beings. It's in our imaginations, but yet it has a real impact upon what we do. It draws us forward in different ways. There's been a fair amount of experimental work done in psychology about future cognitions, but what I want to do is take some of this cognitive work and see how it works at the level of political interaction. How do our cognitions about the future, our emotions about the future, how do these influence personal lives, but also social trajectories and processes of social transformation more generally? My pilot project is to analyze the discourse about the future at the UN Conference on Sustainable Development, the Rio Plus 20 meetings, as well as the accompanying People Summit in June of 2012. A phrase that circulated a lot of the time was the future we want. However, the future that we want varied dramatically. So what I'm doing is taking the documents of these meetings and looking at the narrative construction of the future in these documents, the way that they focus on the short term, the medium term, and the long term. Whether the future is told in a heroic mode or a tragic mode, the genre. What's interesting to me is the way that people differently positioned in a political field will be developing their ideas of the future in a kind of dialogue. And this dialogue, I think, is really important to understanding the way that we address some of these issues, which are critical issues for the future of the Earth. I'm also interested in how this kind of future-oriented deliberation might relate to sites of peace building. So let's say in a post-conflict situation, as they're trying to rebuild, the ways in which differently positioned actors are talking to each other about the future they want will have a really important impact on their ability to recover from a conflict situation. Right now I'm teaching a course on social movements, conflict, and peace building. We're trying to theorize the role of contention as a vehicle for claims on justice and how that contributes to the capacity for communities to prevent conflict as well as to rebuild themselves in conflict situations. Working with students is really giving me some guidance on what the new territory is that I would like to go into in the next stage of my research. Students are often at the cutting edge of reading and thinking, and they're the ones who are pressing the unanswered questions. They're really interested in thinking not only theoretically but also practically about the ways in which different kinds of social movement and civil society actors can contribute to peace building. There's so many reasons why Notre Dame is a good place. I mean, the sociology department has excellent scholars, for example, in theory, culture, social movements. The connections between the Kroc Institute and the Kellogg Institute are amazing to me in terms of the possibilities. It's hard to imagine a better place right now for me to be carrying out this line of work.